my internship at Mercedes was not whilst I was in India. It was my GRA thing. So while I was GRA, I was working with Mercedes, but it was not my internship. So I don't think Amazon looked into my GRA with Mercedes while giving me a full-time job. So even before I had my GRA with Mercedes, I already got an internship offer with Amazon. I started fall 2016, August, and October, I think October 15th, I got my I got my internship offer with Amazon. Next year, spring 2017, that is January 2017, I started working with Mercedes. I would not say that it helped me a lot. However, what I worked with in Mercedes during my GRA project, the same thing or something which was very relatable, I got a similar project with Amazon. So that way it was very helpful to me because now the domain was very similar. So hence it was easy experience for me, and I could work easily at Amazon because I was doing a relevant type of a job. And my full time with Amazon, because I worked great in my internship and they really liked me, my manager, mentor, and my teammates really liked me. They wanted me to continue. So it was basically based upon how I was working with Amazon. So basically, as I told previously, Georgia Tech doesn't have any, especially supply chain doesn't have any requirement that you need to come from a specific background. You can come from any background and you can still apply for supply chain engineering. It's a very good merge of engineering and management, so it's not completely technical in that aspect. So hence you can apply even if you're an electrical engineer, you can apply even if you're a pharmacy student. If your background is good, if your work is good, if your CGPA is good, if your GRE score is good, you will get into job. Mostly everyone gets through career fairs and the projects which we do. The clients, they will offer you something. So mostly that happens. Also your professors, they become an important tool. Most professors at Georgia Tech are very established and they are national players of big companies like Manhattan Associates, Coca-Cola, Mercedes, and they have research opportunities with most of these companies. So they have a huge network going around. So if you are in good terms with your professor, mostly they will also find something for you. So most people get it through Georgia Tech. Few people apply offline and then they get offline as well. But mostly you can get through Georgia Tech. Amazon is a big company. Then there will be Microsoft coming, there will be Dell coming, there will be Lamasoft coming. Lamasoft is a supply chain software company. There will be Fortna, which is supply chain design company. There will be Coca-Cola coming, but Coca-Cola mostly recruits US national actually. There will be Home Depot coming, it's also Fortune 500 company. There will be Walmart coming. There will be Americold Logistics. Americold Logistics is a supply chain logistics company that deals with cold storage items. In the major career fairs, there will be Apple and everyone also. Apple, Google will be having supply chain interviews. So for the interview, first thing is to make sure you know everything on your resume very well. Because a lot of questions will be asked based upon your resume. So make sure that you know your resume very well. And the other important thing would be make sure you know what you're doing in your project, because your project will have lots of things, but you have to make sure that you tell them very specifically what was your role in the project and how you worked around in your team. How did you take up roles and responsibilities within your team? Tell them about situations wherein your team was not doing very well, but you took up the onus and responsibility within yourself. Make sure you do the HR questions very well. A lot of people get so much involved in the technical stuff that they miss up all the HR questions. They miss up all the basic questions like tell us about a time where you led your team. Tell us about a time where you failed and how did you get up. So make sure you always have answers to these basic questions, because sometimes they will judge you based upon all these things only. And based upon my conversations with a lot of top companies like Dell and attending their sessions, Dell, Microsoft, Amazon, what they generally look is people who can fit into their company culture. It's not very important for you to be a person who will be exceptionally talented intellectually. It's okay if you're not to the mark, because they know that they can train you, they know that they can teach you software skills, and they also know that if you're coming from a top college, obviously you are very smart. But if you're not fitting in the company culture, they won't take you. So make sure that you know the company culture very well before you are interviewing with that company, and make sure that you present yourself as someone who can fit in the company culture.